When we were at Falls, I had someone come up to me and be like, "You are so shiny," and I was like, "Bitch, I know!" And I love it! What's up everybody, and welcome back to my channel! Hi, how are you? So I've been watching too much Jeffree Star and it's now made me want to do yet another makeup routine. I've got a few spots and pimples scattered around my face at the moment, and that is solely to do with the fact that I went a bit crazy over Christmas and New Year's. We went on a bit of a bender for about 2 weeks straight, so ignore those and yeah, let's get on with this video. So to start with, it's echoing because I'm in my bathroom, but I literally just used the micellar water by Garnier, which is something that I've sworn by for maybe a good 2 or 3 years, and just take off all the remaining makeup that I didn't get off the night before. It's so good. I've also got a reusable makeup sponge thing because we are saving the earth, and so that's me taking off all my makeup. I am now completely naked. Kind of. I also use every morning and night my Mario Badescu, I don't know how you say it, acne facial cleanser, and these two combined are... So now into my makeup routine, and I actually use another one of the Mario Badescu. It's really bad that I don't know how to say it, but I use his facial spray with aloe, herbs and rose water. This is the one that I got recommended when I was in New Zealand, and I just put it on before I start my makeup just so it like freshens my skin. It's supposed to have a bit of a dewy effect. I don't really like the dewy effect. I don't like being too shiny. I've got pretty oily skin as it is, and I don't want to heighten that anymore. So to start with, because I've got absolutely no makeup on at all, I'll start with my eyebrows and my eyes first. My go-to is Maybelline. So I have this gel, which you can't even see anymore because it's not even got the logo on. It's just basically a gel that you go over your eyebrows with. This colour's in taupe, I think it is. I can't even remember. So if you can see, I've already got like the curved shape and like the arch. So I just kind of follow that when I go over my eyebrows. But yeah, I'll just quickly do one eyebrow now off camera just so you can see the difference, and then I'll get back to you. So this is my left eye done, and as you can see it's just more defined, not necessarily any thicker. I followed my arch round, and I tend to leave the first like centimetre of my eyebrow untouched, maybe just going up from the bottom, but just so it looks more natural and it's not just one big block. If I have photos of me from a couple years ago, I used to have like caterpillar eyebrows, as my family used to describe them, and it was only when I look back at the photos now that I'm like, actually maybe they weren't okay. And then before eyebrows even became a thing, oh my god, I'm getting so sweaty. Before eyebrows even weren't a thing, I used to have eyebrows, honestly, like as thin as maybe like the toothpicks that you use. They are horrendous, but they grew back and it's all okay again. And now I'll quickly go and do this second eyebrow, and then I'll get back to you again. So my eyebrows are done, and then to finish it off, I just have this brown mascara, which I literally just go over my hair with, just to make it look a bit fluffier and to make my actual natural brows themselves stand out. So the next thing that I'm going to do is obviously eyeshadow. Now I'm not the greatest at eyeshadow, if you hadn't have already gathered, if you've seen my James Charles attempt. It's not my biggest forte. I do enjoy doing it when I actually start, and it always manages to turn out relatively okay. But I think that's because I just do the basics and don't do anything really that extravagant. The palette that I use is obviously the trusty Urban Decay Naked palette. I think majority of girls that I know have this palette or have some form of Urban Decay Naked palette. And I'm just going to do like a smoky, like brown eyeshadow. As you can tell by the fact that none of these have really hit the pan. I don't really do eyeshadow that often, but if I can be bothered, slash if I have the time to, then I will. So I'll just do my go-to eyeshadow look, which is using the Naked. And then on top, I literally use the Sin, Sidecar and Half Baked and maybe Smog, and I just kind of like put them all three over the top, and I honestly just use my fingers for it as well. I feel like it's the only way that I can get everywhere pretty fast. So as you can see, it's kind of like going lighter to dark, and then I end with the Smog and just shove that in the corner of my eye. I'm so sweaty. And that is pretty much how I do my eyeshadow. So going on to the foundation now, I use the Born This Way Too Faced foundation. I got this, I think, when I first came to the Gold Coast, and I was recommended it, and honestly, I swear by it. This shit is golden, and I mean golden. This is where me watching Jeffree Star's coming back. I'll do half my face with my foundation, and you can just see how much of a difference it is. So I used the shade Warm Beige, which when I initially bought it, I thought was going to be a bit too dark for me, but because I'm obviously so tanned and my face is like the palest part of my body, when I went in for the skin tester, they actually like would just like get the darker one, because although it doesn't necessarily match my face skin tone, it matches the rest of my body, because I'm tanned now because I live in Australia. So that's one half of my face. My whole skin is like one colour for a start. I can obviously cover up all my little pimples that I have. It will last me. I wanted one that's durable because I work in hospitality at the moment, and that shit is intense, and you can get hot very, very quickly, and you can't really cool down because you're constantly moving, and I've never looked back. So I'll quickly go and do this side of my face now, and then I'll get back to you. So that's my face all complete, and I'm now going to go on to the highlighter. So I used two different ones, which I'm pretty sure I used last time, but I can't really remember. But I use this Maybelline Fit Me in Sand Sable, and I use the Tarte Shape Tape in Fair Beige. So this one I'm not going to use today, just because I use this one when I've just woken up, or if I've had like not very much sleep and I need my bags to be covered ASAP, and I need them to be covered well, so I don't need that one. So that's just my like life savior and baby, whereas this one I just put underneath my eyes. This is my go-to concealer, like my everyday one. So I'll blend this all in, just doing the basics, doing your T-zone, doing underneath the eyes and getting rid of them nasty bags. And then after that we go into the powder, just to like press everything down, and I just start underneath my eyes, and I literally just press the powder onto my skin. So I don't powder my whole face yet. I've just gone over everywhere that I've concealed, just to like lock it in. The powder that I use is the Maybelline matte powder. It's called Matte Maker Mattifying Powder. I basically just want to look like a rock and just like no shine on me at all. I don't want to be really dewy. My oil in my skin's does that enough for me to want to enhance that anymore. So next is my bronzer, and I got this is a new thing that I've only bought recently. It's from Maybelline again. Maybelline's one of the only like British makeup brands that they actually have here in Australia. It had my bronzer in, the blusher and the highlighter, and it was just like essentials sorted. So this one I just do obviously contour my cheekbones. So if you go like that, you can kind of see there where your cheekbones lie, and I like to just go above it, and then we want to define that jawline, so we just go underneath. And then to carry on with the bronzer, I like to have a very snatched nose. I will like, you know, think James Charles, Nikita Dragon, like they're like nose. That is exactly how I like to have mine, and just cinch it. So I've literally got less than a centimetre of the top of my nose, and I bring it up and I take it over and underneath my eyebrow, and then I go underneath, and then I get this brush and I just go over it and just make sure it's all buffered out, so it doesn't look like I've got two big streaks coming down the side of my nose, and it kind of all blends out together. And as you can see, it's already a bit more cinched now, And then the highlighter is the last bit, which just gives that final effect. And then go into the blusher, which is just some cheap drugstore one, BYS, Perfectly Peachy. Not entirely sure where that's from, but we'll take it. And then finally onto the highlighter. So I use the Fenty Beauty, which is the Kilowatt one. As you can see, it's very used. It is my most prized possession. When I broke it initially, when I broke this bit, I nearly cried, and I'm not even exaggerating. I was devastated. So I've got the fire crystal here and the lightning dust here. The fire crystal is this one, which is for more when I want it to be more over the top and extra. So this is my going out highlighter, and this is my everyday highlighter because it's a bit more, it's less in your face, I guess. And I'm just going to use my finger to apply that on my nose. So we'll just put it on the tip, down with my finger, and then at the top of my cupid. And I also like to put it on the inside of my eye, just to make that shine and to make me look a little bit more awake. And then lastly, I'll put it, and I use the same as my powder brush, which I probably shouldn't in hindsight, but I've lost my highlighter brush, so. And then just put it on. Oh, it never gets old seeing the effect of this highlighter, I swear. This highlighter is one of those things where I like see it and I'll go do it again and again and again and again. When we were at Falls, I had someone come up to me and be like, "You are so shiny," and I was like, "Bitch, I know!" And I love it. Don't come for me on my highlighter. I'll fight you. And then lastly, we've just got my eyelashes to do. I use a couple different ones, if I'm honest. You've got this one, which is the one I had for my eyebrows, and then I have this one, and this one I just use to plump them up and make them as long and as extra as possible. So my eyelashes are done, woohoo! And then lastly is just my lips, and I don't think I know a girl that hasn't or doesn't still own this. So this lipstick is the MAC Velvet Teddy. I'm contemplating putting eyelashes on just for A, for the thumbnail, and B, for the lol. And then lastly, this lip gloss is the same colour as the Velvet Teddy, so it fits over very nicely. And this is Rimmel London, and it is in shade Snog. So should I put my false eyelashes on? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Just because, why not? It can just be like, boo! And we can go gone from an everyday look to an out look. From when I got straight home from work, got that unnecessary, unwanted, but always loved text going, drinks, and you're like, let me go find my eyelashes and I'll come back straight to you. This is the final piece. So I'll bring my camera closer. As you can see, I've got the highlighter, which is just popping. Highlight on my lips, on the top of my cheekbones, which is just gleaming, which is what I love. Then I've got my eyelashes on, which are pretty extra, but if you haven't already guessed, I can be a pretty bit of an extra person. And I just like to go that bit overboard on certain things, especially when it comes to makeup. So this is what was my everyday look, is now gone into my everyday, or every night out look, I guess you can say. For eyelashes, I can't remember what I got. I can't remember what they're called. I've not got the packet anymore. They were literally just lying in my makeup bag, hence why they were in such a bad condition when I found them and got them. Hope you like this look. Hope you're impressed. Hope it's not too much of a catfish. I don't think I look that much different. I think I just look more contoured, but it's definitely an improvement, I can say that. So yeah, I will love you and leave you, I guess. Thank you so much for watching my video. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up if you like this routine, or if you want to see more. If you just want to be supportive, then give this video a thumbs up. And lastly, don't forget to subscribe. So we've got the ball rolling now. 2020 is my year. 2020 is this YouTube's channel year. We are gonna succeed and storm through it. So have a great day, have a great week, have a great month, have a great January. It's gonna be a great year. I can feel it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!